Well, I think the deal that is shaping up, it's not there yet, but we're expecting within the next 24 hours a very strong treaty that will prohibit the use of any cluster munitions that have ever been used in the world. From what we understand, the deadline is tonight. Well, we've seen significant movement from number 10. It seems that Gordon Brown has personally intervened to say that they want to sign up to the treaty and that the UK is prepared to put its remaining stockpiles of cluster munitions aside in order to achieve this strong treaty that will stigmatise the weapon.
Well, I'm absolutely delighted, and I think we owe it to Gordon Brown, who really put his imprint on getting an agreement and got the cabinet into line. I think it's great news. We're not quite there yet. Further negotiations have to take place today. They're on points of detail, but in principle, Britain's position is a good one. And what's more, it's influencing other countries.
No, it's just very strong.
We've just come out of the morning session, and what happened there was that the President presented a compiled text of the results of all of the work until now, and added with his understanding of the balance and the right compromises, and he presented it to all the delegates sort of in full and said sort of, this is my suggestion, and now you have to look at it and say, and come back and say whether you can accept this or not. It's really good in many areas. It's a strong definition, very ambitious. On the issue of interoperability, it's still very weak.
Okay, well, the draft treaty came out this morning, and we're particularly concerned about the Australia and Canada and the interoperability article. Basically, they've got a lot of pressure on them from the US on this joint operations and potentially where they could be involved in planning and using cluster munitions. So we've got the Australian and Canadian campaigners sat down to discuss how we're going to react to that this afternoon. Which is very strong.
Yeah, it's been a long sort of strange day really, because we've been waiting around to find out what's going to go on, and then suddenly we found we're at the end. I guess there's some elements of frustration with that because there's bits that could be improved, but at the same time there's a lot of very strong elements of the treaty, so I think people should be very proud.
We've been working at this for such a long time. There's been 40 years of humanitarian harm, 40 years of public opposition, 5 years of intensive campaign with the Cluster Munition Coalition, 18 months of hard work, intensive work with the Oslo process, and then, you know, less than 10 days here in Dublin. And now we've come out of it with a great achievement. We've come out of it banning all cluster munitions, banning them immediately, and providing the assistance that communities and survivors really need to get on with their lives and to build a better life.
This outcome far exceeds the expectations of nearly everyone. It does not distinguish between good cluster munitions and bad cluster munitions. It bans them all. This is a convention with no exceptions. It is a convention with no delay. There is no transition period. It has excellent provisions on victim assistance. Indeed, these are groundbreaking and historic in their own right. We will be watching very carefully to ensure that no state party engages in any intentional assistance with prohibited acts or allows foreign stockpiling of cluster munitions on their territory in perpetuity. We thank you for all your hard work and dedication, and indeed your courage and your creativity. We look forward to seeing all of you and of many additional states in Oslo to sign this convention in December. Thank you.
We did it.
I would like to thank the CIC and all